So when you think about a YouTube channel, what comes to mind? Probably the videos, right? The thumbnails, the creator. But what if I told you there's a whole invisible architecture holding it all together? Today, we're going to pull back that curtain and see what a channel is really made of.
And this quote from Reddit is the perfect place to start. YouTube comments can turn an 8 video into an 11. That just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? The whole experience isn't just about what the creator uploads, it's about what we, the audience, bring to the table right after.
So that leads us to the big question for this explainer. If a channel is way more than just a playlist of videos, then what are its fundamental parts? What's the actual DNA of a YouTube channel that truly connects with people? When you break it all down, it really comes down to just two things: identity and community. Think of it like this. Identity is the name on the front door. It's how the channel says, "This is who I am." And community? That's the conversation happening inside the room. Okay, let's tackle that first building block, identity. And that all starts with the art of the name. Your channel name, it's your digital handshake, it's the very first impression. It sets the entire tone for everything else that's going to follow.
And when you start looking around, you see two main ways people go about this. On one side, you've got the personal brand. Think Marquez Brownlee or MKBHD. You're not just subscribing for tech reviews, you're subscribing to him, to his perspective. Then on the other side, you've got the descriptive brand like 5 Minute Crafts. The name tells you the entire story, no mystery. You know exactly what you're clicking on.
And no matter which way you go, the experts at places like vidIQ and Backlinko all kind of say the same thing. There are these unwritten rules, right? It's got to be simple, easy to remember, and for sure unique. I mean, if people can't spell your channel name, how are they ever going to find it again?
But look, a catchy name is only the beginning. This piece of feedback, oof, it's brutally honest, right? It shows that your identity can't just be some clever name. If the content itself feels directionless, that whole brand you're trying to build just crumbles. A good name makes a promise, and your videos have to deliver on it.
All right, let's switch gears to that second pillar, community. This is where things get really interesting because the community lives and breathes in the comments section. So if the channel name is the front door, the comments, that's the town square. It's where the real action is.
And that town square has a serious split personality. I mean, look at this. You've got one person saying comments are like dessert after a hearty meal. Then you have another calling them one of the absolute worst cesspools of the internet. It's that extreme difference that really shows you how powerful and volatile this space can be.
So if you were to Google something like how to write a great YouTube comment, you'd find lists that look just like this. They're super polite, they're always positive, and let's be honest, they kind of sound like they were written by an AI, right? This is the idealized version of engagement, but it's not really how people talk.
Because the reality is so much more complicated. It's not a few neat little lines of praise. It's messy. It's this tangled, chaotic web of arguments, inside jokes, and raw emotion. The real conversation is way more interesting than those perfect examples. And this quote absolutely nails that complexity. This user points out that comments become this place for deep, almost obsessive analysis. People making armchair diagnoses, breaking down every single frame. It's not just great video. It's intense, collaborative, and sometimes a little weird. Okay, let's pull the camera back for a second and look at the bigger picture here. When you smash a channel's identity together with its community, you get something much, much bigger. You get this whole dynamic of brands, mobs, and a collective search for meaning.
And this is how it all connects in what's basically a feedback loop. Think about it. A creator puts out a video, establishing their brand. Then we, the viewers, dive into the comments, praising, criticizing, making those armchair diagnoses. A smart creator listens to that, adjusts their next video, and the cycle starts all over again. The channel and the community are literally building each other in real time. That's how a channel finds its voice.
But here's the thing. That feedback loop isn't always constructive. That public square, the very engine that builds a community, well, it has a shadow. The same tools that let people build something positive together can absolutely be used to tear things down and cause real harm. And this is where we get into the really serious stuff, like defamation. On social media, this isn't just one person being mean to another. As the analysis shows, it's bigger than that. Language itself becomes a tool, a weapon, for entire groups to fight with and push their own views. And that is the critical danger. This academic study on YouTube points out that these comment sections can be used to spread discrimination, prejudice, even racism,
All of it motivated by these hidden ideologies bubbling just under the surface of the conversation.
Which brings us all the way back to our first big question. When you take a channel's identity and you mix it with a comment section and you factor in both the amazing creative feedback and the very real potential for harm, what is actually being built here?
Is it creating a true community with shared goals and a real connection? Or is it just gathering a crowd, a temporary, volatile group of people in one place? That's the core question sitting at the heart of YouTube's unseen architecture. And it's definitely something to think about the next time you scroll down to the comments.